So, yeah, Tara Strickland, man. Daughter of you-know-who. Some fucked up shit, right? And Hargreave, well, who knows what's going on in his head?
Connection established. Please stand by. Systems online. Initialization complete. Accessing memory.
Nano protocols engaged.
Strange.
Scanning primary.
This doesn't... Wait You're not Prophet!
Threat detected.
What is this? Who are you? Did Hargreave send you here to...
Unzipping embedded memory.
Find gold. It's all I can do now. You are all I can do. They used to call me Prophet. Remember me? Find gold. It's all I can do now. You are all I can do. They used to call me Prophet. Remember me?
Transmission terminated. Primary systems rerouted. Clear to proceed.
Jesus, I can't do this anymore. I'm not some Spec Ops hard man like you... like Prophet was. I'm a geek conspiracy nut, for Christ's sake. God damn it! Prophet was supposed to get us out. The Marines were coming for us. Now... Know anything about cephalopods? Dumb question, right? Of course you don't. Well, you want the dumbed-down version? We're getting our asses kicked out there by calamari. You ever wonder what the Aztecs and the Incas felt like when they saw smallpox for the first time? I mean, you've seen the spore, right? Seen what it does? Prophet kept saying he'd found an answer to that.
Scan complete. Warning.
That's not possible.
Uncalibrated nanoroutines
This has gotta mean...
detected. Alien tissue vector.
All right.
21%.
Look, that suit you're wearing. It's built out of a self-repairing, semi-organic nanoweave patented by the Hargreave Rash Corporation. Yeah, that Hargreave. He designed the stuff. Prophet was Spec Ops. Hargreave recruited him to wear the suit, but he went AWOL. Came back talking some semi-sane shit, and then... See that? That's a viral subroutine running in the suit's deep layers. It's like living code, and it's... I don't know, it's like it's rewriting itself to accommodate something new. A fresh data pile, maybe. My best guess? What you're looking at there is the biocoding for some kind of vaccine against the spore. We have to get that stuff decoded. And I can't do that here. I just don't have the processing power. I need to... God damn it. The only place in New York that stuff exists is in Hargreaves' lab on Roosevelt Island. The Prism. And that's miles uptown. It'd be suicide trying to get there right now with the 7. Shit! They're here! Shit! Shit! Look, I'm sealing the doors. I'll take the fire escape.
Protect the
Get out there and hold them off.
Defeat the Cell Squad.
Possible enemy contact. All clear. False alarm. There's nothing else there.
Engaged.
God damn it!
Engaged.
Lost vital signs. What? Ah! Ooh! Ah!
Engaged.
Find him.
Affirmative. We got visual.
Maximum.
Listen, Alcatraz, I ran a spike into cell comms back there. Looks like they were going to take you to a command post at Wall Street. I know the place. It's a safe bet they've got a nanosuit cradle there with deep scan capacity. We've got to take a look at the deep layers of your suit. The place will be sewn up tight, but there's an emergency evac tunnel built under the street. Get to the Wall Street Church. That's where the tunnel comes up. Stick to the rooftops, it'll be safer. I'm taking another route. I'll meet you there. I'm seeing a lot of cell activity on the streets around the command post. Looks like the Ceph have got them spooked. Keep heading for the church. I'll see if I can help you bypass security.
Infiltrate the Cell nanotech facility. Reach the Cell command post. Engaged.
I'm seeing a lot of cell activity on the streets around the command post. Looks like the Ceph have got them spooked. Keep heading for the church. I'll see if I can help you bypass security.
Infiltrate the cell management facility. Reach the cell command post. Engaged.
Oversight, this is Emerald 1. We've got multiple Ceph runners approaching Checkpoint Delta, requesting backup. Copy that. Hold firm. Emerald 3 is inbound.
You'll never make it through that checkpoint. You have to find a way around it.
Roger that. Stay frosty. Return.
Critical threat identified. Objectives updated.
It's profit.
Engaged.
Move out. Go.
Looks like the streets are sealed up pretty tight. See if you can get through one of the buildings.
Circumvent the perimeter barricade.
I'm seeing a lot of cell activity on the streets around the command post. Looks like the Ceph have got them spooked. Keep heading for the church. I'll see if I can help you bypass security.
Infiltrate the cell management facility. Reach the cell command post.
What I gotta tell you now, that hot shit combat tech stalking our streets is not, repeat, is not property of Uncle Sam. No, we got trouble way worse than that. Because it would appear we
got multiple Ceph runners approaching checkpoint Delta. Requesting backup. Copy that. Hold firm. Emerald 3 is inbound.
You'll never make it through that checkpoint. You have to find a way around it.
Critical threat identified. Objectives updated. Code engaged.
Looks like the streets are sealed up pretty tight. See if you can get through one of the buildings.
Circumvent the perimeter barricade.
He's close! Requesting fire support! Need backup! Get over here!
I'm seeing a lot of cell activity on the streets around the command post. Looks like the Ceph have got them spooked. Keep heading for the church. I'll see if I can help you bypass security.
Infiltrate the cell manager facility. Reach the cell command post.
Oversight, this is Emerald 1. We've got multiple Ceph runners approaching checkpoint Delta. Requesting backup. Copy that. Hold firm. Emerald 3 is inbound.
I'm seeing a lot of cell activity on the streets around the command post. Looks like the Ceph have got him spooked. Keep heading for the church. I'll see if I can help you bypass security.
Infiltrate the cell nanotech facility. Reach the cell command post.
Oversight, this is Emerald 1. We've got multiple Ceph runners approaching Checkpoint Delta. Requesting backup. Copy that. Hold firm. Emerald 3 is inbound.
Never make it through that checkpoint. You have to find a way around it.
Critical threat identified. Objectives updated. Engaged.
Shit! Lost vital signs. Affirmative. Report in immediately.
Nothing here. Find him. He must be close.
Clear.
Looks like the streets are sealed up pretty tight. See if you can get through one of the buildings.
Circumvent the perimeter barricade. Engaged.
Lost contact. Search the area. Transmitting.
Engaged.
Shit! It's all changed. Place is crawling with cell uniforms. They've got some kind of executive lockdown going on. Look, I'll need some help getting past security. I need you to create a diversion at the church. Draw troops away from Wall Street. Then you can slip through the emergency access tunnel. Meet me at the other end.
Engaged. Create a diversion for gold.
Emerald
Tactical options available. Engaged.
This is Emerald 3. Prophet got through. Took out half my men on the way in. He's headed your way. Somebody kill that son of a bitch. Roger that. Ready for it. No way he's getting through us.
Engaged. Engaged.
was that?
All Wall Street sections, we have an explosion at the church. Sector Delta, send backup now! Copy that. Backup is en route. Nothing in my field of fire. It's Prophet! Where'd he go?
Oversight, this is Emerald. Have a secondary explosion at the church. Requesting immediate assistance.
Roger that. Deploying reinforcements. Hold tight.
All right, it's working, but they're gonna be heading your way.
Tunnel access enabled. Cleared to proceed.
Enter evac tunnel.
Okay, now's your chance. Get through the access tunnel. I'll meet you on the other side.
Gunfire. Possible. Roger that. All clear.
All right, make your way through. I'll see you on the other side.
Head to the Wall Street facility.
Alcatraz, Nanosuit 2 had a whole suite of evolving biofeedback functions. It's the most sophisticated combat hardware around. Anyone going into the battlefield with that needs real-time logistical support, and that was my job. Set up like that, I got real close to Prophet. So I know that if he put you in that suit, he had a purpose for you. We've got to get you into that cradle. scan the suit's deep layers, and find out just what that purpose was. Okay, your diversion worked. They're moving troops away from Wall Street. This is our chance. Now listen, I'm gonna find a way in through the lower levels. Your best bet is to, break in through the roof. But hurry, man.
Wall Street perimeter. Repeat, Prophet has breached Sector Alpha. Get everyone back here, now!
Okay, your diversion worked. They're moving troops away from Wall Street. This is our chance. Now listen, I'm gonna find a way in through the lower levels. Your best bet is to, break in through the roof. But hurry, man.
Locate the nanosuit scan cradle. Find a way into the cell facility.
Man down! Man down! Do you read me?
Engaged. Engaged.
He's here! Fuck! He's breached the Wall Street perimeter. Repeat, Prophet has breached Sector Alpha. Get everyone back here, now!
Engaged.
I'm sure someone's out there. Movement in depth. I'll check it out.
Engaged.
Affirmative. I'll check it out and report back. Sniper! Sniper!
Engaged.
Take him down!
Engaged.
Take it easy! All clear. No visible target. Affirmative. Watch your heart. Do you copy?
Engaged.
Contact! Designate primary target. Target confirmed. Put him out for good.
Attention. You are in breach of a maximum security area. Unauthorized personnel will be met with lethal force.
Engaged.
We have a man down.
Engaged. Engaged.
We've got a KIA. Search the sector.
Engaged. 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 Engaged.
Emerald 2, this is Azure 3. We are inbound. Sector Alpha.
Azure 3. He's on the rooftops. Light him up.
Roger that.
Target. He's up there.
Okay, I'm in. You better get down here fast. They're sending reinforcements from the Prism. We don't have much time. Alcatraz, it looks like the place is sealed up tight. You're gonna need explosives to blast your way in. Look for a weapons cache.
Blast open the security doors. Reach the cradle lab in the vault. Cloak engaged.
The hell was that? He's in the building! Lock and load!
We have a man down!
Cloak engaged.
He's out there somewhere.
Access the security terminal. Locate Gould. Cloak engaged. Cloak engaged.
This is it. Now look, don't shoot anyone in there, all right? I'm gonna need some technical support with the new Cradle software. You ready? Let's do it. Go!
Don't shoot me, man. I'm nobody.
Powered up. I want to do a suit scan.
Yeah, sure.
Now, man!
I'm on it. Just don't.
Nano protocols engaged. Scanning primary.
No way, man. Ballistic trauma to heart and both lungs. Looks like the right ventricle took most of the damage there. Lungs ruptured at multiple locations, broken ribs at, well, take your pick, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Got a flailed chest segment right there, extensive pulmonary bruising. More ballistic trauma to the sternum, the thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. He's a corpse walking, Gould. Without the suit, look at that. It's like it's growing into the wounds. Actually merging with the tissue.
I want you to focus on the deep layers of the suit. Right down into the substrate. There's something going on down there. It looks like some kind of added data pile.
Right. Opening the buffer space. Preparing for deep scan.
Alcatraz? That's your name? Alcatraz.
Scan.
It's
Destiny's a
overloading
bitch.
systems! I'm trying to!
It's transmission, man! It's sending out a fucking broadcast! Oh, shit! Get this door open.
Nice. Got men all over the downtown looking for your ass, Tin Man. And here you are, already trussed and tied.
Yeah, trussed and tied enough he doesn't need to be dead. Right?
Yeah, right.
Commander Lockhart, you will stand down. Get him up.
Tara Strickland.
Nathan Gould. Always a pleasure. Keep an eye on him. If he gives you trouble, don't do too much damage. You'll need to interrogate later.
You better power him down before you let him out of that thing.
Be a pleasure. Just so you know, Prophet, you walk slow, you play nice. Gonna have this jammed in your ear the whole way out. You give me any trouble, I'm gonna take your head off. Now get up. Don't fuck with me, Prophet. Get up and walk.
What's the matter, Gould? I'd have thought you'd be happy now the great big evil conspiracy's finally here to bite you in the ass.
Jesus, Tara. If your father could see you now, working for these assholes.
Yeah, well, my father's dead. Now shut your fucking mouth!
You think you're so smart, Tara? You do realize this isn't Prophet, don't you? He's just some grunt.
Seismic ship, Hargreave reckons it's gonna be...
You heard her, bitch! Move!
Got you now, Tin Man.
Get him across to the prism! Walk him in there! He's Hargreaves' problem now!
Functions impaired. Rerouting primary power systems. Please wait.
Down!
Primary systems rerouted. Clear to proceed. Calculating escape route. Waypoint updated. Infestation contained. Rebooting core functions. Alien tissue vector isolated. Retained at deep layer. Processing. Nanoform analysis underway. Compatibility register enabled. Processing. Compiling profile. Nano-catalyst liability assessment underway. Processing.
The Lingshan insertion remains nominally a U.S. covert operation. You're gonna be my eyes and ears out there, Prophet. Keep your team alive by all means. That's a loyalty I fully understand. I applaud it, in fact. But your primary function is to report back to me. If you can, bring back samples. If you can't, just come back alive and tell me what you saw. It's the data that's key now. The nano systems, but we're on borrowed time here, all of us. Time for the whole human race to wake up.
Systems recovery. Corrosive agents isolated. Base functions impaired. Rerouting primary power systems. Please wait.
All right, I'm getting a limited feed from your suit, son, but for now it'll have to do. I don't believe we've been introduced. Jack Hargreave, at your service. I don't doubt Nathan Gould will have mentioned my name, but I'm bound to assume he didn't have much good to say about me. But we have other, more pressing concerns right now. We have to get you weaponized and up to speed. So, you're currently standing not far from the diseased, bureaucratic heart of the city. And while you think airlifting all the politicians out should have a cleansing effect, sadly what's replaced them isn't any better. But don't take my word for anything. Why should you? Trust must be earned. Go on and see for yourself. I'll guide you as best I can. but you've got to get right down into that filthy, diseased heart. There's something down there you're going to need.
Primary systems rerouted. Clear to proceed. Locate hive entrance. Make your way through the plaza.
They are here to help you. Follow them.
Children. He just took them. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I feel good. I'm healing. The doctor said.
And here, it seems, the VIPs were indeed processed as befits their status.
Nanovision enabled. Nanovision enabled.
Cleaning up. It's ingenious, isn't it? Think of the Argentine cattle crisis 2 years ago, or the British BSE outbreak in the last century. The issue was not slaughtering the animals, that was easily done. The problem was disposal. What do you do with the millions of rotting corpses? Well, there you see the answer the Ceph have evolved. They wipe us out. They break us down. They reduce the environmental impact almost to zero. Exemplary.
through into City Hall.
Yes. You see, all part of the same biomass processing system. For what purpose? Well, that is quite the question. Repulsive, yes, but quite fascinating.
Nanovision enabled. Nanovision enabled.
content with flooding our city with armed thugs, paid out of your tax dollars, we are now getting reports of bleeding-edge, experimental military hardware
You should be able to make out some exposed elements of the alien structure from where you are now. The ship Lockhart's pilot shot down today had to have docked somewhere above ground. Look for anything resembling a tower or a silo. Around you, Alcatraz. Look at this ecology. Have you ever... You should be able to make out some exposed elements of the alien structure from where you are now. The ship Lockhart's pilot shot down today had to have docked somewhere above ground. Look for anything resembling a tower or a silo. Look around you, Alcatraz. Look at this ecology. Have you ever wanted to visit an alien planet? This may be as close as you'll ever come. If only we had more time. I'm afraid there's some bad news, son. The DoD planned to bomb out the Rawson flood barrier and drown the lower city in an attempt to wipe out the Ceph. In all probability, this insanity is gonna go ahead, despite my protests, and I don't want you underground when it does. You must get to the heart of the alien structure with all speed, Alcatraz, and then exit. We don't have much time. I hesitate to use cheap Earth fauna analogies. God knows I'm gonna start sounding like Nathan Gould if I do. But what we're dealing with here probably answers to the equivalent of an insect hive. The level of alien infestation in these tunnels is likely to be high. Find Reeves and his men. I lost contact when they entered the subway system. But watch yourself, son. I want you out of there in one piece.
Assault the Hive Core. Locate Reeves and his team. Nanovision enabled.
I hesitate to use cheap Earth fauna analogies. God knows I'm going to start sounding like Nathan Gould if I do. But what we're dealing with here probably answers to the equivalent of an insect hive. The level of alien infestation in these tunnels is likely to be high. Find Reeves and his men. I lost contact when they entered the subway system. But watch yourself, son. I want you out of there in one piece.
Assault the Hive Core. Locate Reeves and his team. Nanovision enabled.
Squid! Open fire!
Please remain calm. There won't be a 15 minutes from the designated dock rooms.
Nanovision enabled.
I hesitate to use cheap Earth fauna analogies. God knows I'm going to start sounding like Nathan Gould if I do. But what we're dealing with here probably answers to the equivalent of an insect hive. The level of alien infestation in these tunnels is likely to be high. Find Reeves and his men. I lost contact when they entered the subway system. But watch yourself, son. I want you out of there in one piece.
Squid! Open fire!
Evacuation trains will depart every 15 minutes from the designated platforms.
Nanovision enabled. Tactical options available. Nanovision enabled.
Radio Free Manhattan here, and here for those of you still clinging on in this shattered city. I got a message of hope for you people, or the next best thing. In a late-breaking and startling display of common sense, the powers that be in Foggy Bud and every city still mandate...
My men. Well, that explains why their comms went down. I had hoped. Well, never mind. Casualties of war, I suppose. We all make sacrifices. See if you can find their scanning gear. Might give us a little advance warning on what we're heading into here. Mitchell Reeves. Aside from Tara Strickland, he was the best I had. From the look of the feed I'm getting from you, the spore loop is running near dormant levels.
Destroy the spore conduit. Access the spore silo. Warning. Explosion imminent.
Excellent. Now, we need to get you inside the central structure. Looking at the schematics Reeves and his team managed to transmit, I'd suggest you try to blast loose one of the spoke seals and use the resulting rupture to effect entry. Look for any weakness in the structure.
Tactical options available.
Magnificent, isn't it? Like some vast coral ecology. Can we even doubt that these creatures evolved in an ocean?
Sabotage the spore conduit. Interface with the spore layers.
That seems to be working. Good. But you'll need to repeat the procedure with the other spokes. That should bring the whole system up to full pressure. You're having the desired effect, but you have to hurry. Those fools at the Pentagon are getting ready to act.
Options available.
Good. Now let's see what the suit will do.
Nanosword infestation. Filtering. Syncing interface.
Excellent. Recognition, communication, exchange. The protocols are compatible. More resistance than I expected. You'd better... Would you excuse me, please? Alcatraz, listen to me very carefully. The decision is made. The bombers are in the air. Get out of there. I've dispatched a helicopter to pick you up, but you'll have to move quickly. Get to higher ground. Hurry!
Flood. Reach the helicopter for extraction.
That's it. The barrier is down. Run, Alcatraz. You've got to get out alive. You and that suit are our only hope.
Tissue vector analysis complete. Nanoform profiling complete. Compatibility registration underway. Processing 76%. Locking protocol will be required.
Must be somewhere around here. If that tracking gizmo Gould gave us actually works.
And if he didn't drown in the wave. Fucking Pentagon. Can you believe that shit? Can it, Marine? Go. There! Over there! Hostile!
It's Chino, man. Remember me? What the hell happened to you? Nice suit, man. That Fifth Avenue? You can shop it without me?
Get to it. We've got to move someplace more secure. We're sitting ducks here.
Yeah, no shit, man.
Assist Delta Company. Reach the extraction point.
Keep it tight, man. Get yourself some firepower. You're gonna need it.
Delta 3. Copy? Give me a sit rep.
I read you, sir. We've got squid incoming from all sides. Gotta get someplace more secure. You find that suit guy?
Yeah, we got him. Just stay put. We're coming to you.
All right, but make it fast. We're outnumbered here.
You heard the man. Let's go!
Tactical options available. Nanovision enabled.
Squid! 12 o'clock!
Hang in there, Delta. We're coming for you.
Come on, move!
Building up there. Go, man, before it's too late. Building up there. Go, man, before it's too late.
Let's move! Listen, man. Rally point's about 6 blocks up that way. You go on ahead. We'll reroute and meet you up there.
All right, regroup and reload. We're gonna hold this position and await reinforcements.
Push ahead, Alcatraz.
We'll hold here.
Tactical options available.
If it's at all possible, son, do you think you could keep my billion-dollar suit out of the line of fire for a while? It'd really be better for all concerned if you reached us in one piece. I'm doing what I can to provide you with cover, but please try to exercise some caution. At the risk of sounding melodramatic.
Tactical options available. That's armor.
If it's at all possible, son, do you think you could keep my billion-dollar suit out of the line of fire for a while? It'd really be better for all concerned if you reached us in one piece. I'm doing what I can to provide you with cover, but please try to exercise some caution. At the risk of sounding melodramatic, watch the sky. If it's at all possible, son, do you think you could keep my billion-dollar suit out of the line of fire for a while? It'd really be better for all concerned if you reached us in one piece. I'm doing what I can to provide you with cover, but please try to exercise some caution. At the risk of sounding melodramatic, watch the sky.
units, this is Charlie Command. Rally point is under attack. We need immediate assistance.
Copy, Charlie. We are en route. Meantime, our point man is inbound. Call sign Alcatraz. He'll be with you momentarily.
Delta Company, this is Cyclops 7, approaching the LZ. Stand by for air evac to terminal. Let's make this quick and painless, gentlemen.
Copy, Cyclops 7. Follow our smoke.
Don't shoot! It's on our side! Hey, suit guy! This way! Let's go!
All right, this is it. Everyone back to the LZ. Let's go! Let's go!
Dropship incoming! Take cover by the bus! Move! Move!
Heavy! Find the cargo ship!
down. Repeat, Cyclops 7 is down.
Resistance in the secure evac zone.
Command, this is Chino. We're almost there. Be advised, I'm seeing gunships headed your way.
Alcatraz, I'm afraid events are currently escalating beyond my control. Your suit is working at the Spore right now, building a biocode bridge between our technology and the Cephs. But we must have more time. Go with your fellow Marines, do what you can. I have not abandoned you, Alcatraz.
Dropship incoming! Hold ground and take these fuckers out! I need this area secure! Coming from the heart!
Eyes up! On the subway tracks!
Quit! Take it down!
Regroup! All out! On me!
Alcatraz, hang in there, man. We're on our way.
Grunts! On the road! Alcatraz. Chino was right about you.
Alcatraz, over here! Punch it, man, let's go!
Glad you made it, man. Come on, we gotta get to Central Station.
Alcatraz, hopefully I'm reaching your comrades too with this. I've bounced this signal off your suit to their comms.
Who the fuck is that?
My name is Jacob Hargreave. Now you may or may not be aware that Alcatraz's suit is evolving into a powerful bioweapon against the aliens you face. But in order to complete that process, a stabilizing agent is required. Alcatraz, you must go immediately to the Hargreave Rash building. I'm uploading coordinates now. Take your colleagues with you. You will need their support. Please make haste, all of you. The Ceph will not wait on us. The Hargreave Rash building. But the main entrance is blocked with rubble and the building is in lockdown. Security systems show the parking levels appear to be at least partially unlocked. And from there you should be able to work your way up to ground level. The bio samples are in the research wing on the 11th floor. Elevator and staircase access is currently denied, but you'll be able to access a systems reboot from the security desk in the lobby. You'll need to hurry.
Alcatraz, this way, man. Come on.